Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Excited to be here today and talk about one of my favorite topics, which is visibility. And I personally think that being visible can make or break the opportunities that you have and that you are given in your career, and especially in senior levels. If no one sees your impact, then do you really even have any influence? It's a subject that is quite sensitive. A lot of the women I coach say, but Karen, I'm doing my job. People know that I'm doing it well. And I would like to challenge you. If that is you and you think that everybody knows that you are doing your job well, then please go into this episode curious and open, because I guarantee people are busy and they do not necessarily know that you are doing your job well. So it is your responsibility to create your own visibility. Think of it as a lighthouse. So there's a lighthouse, beautiful lighthouse sitting out on at the end of a jetty and on some rocks, but it never turns on its light. It may be the strongest, it may be the most well-built lighthouse on the coast, but if ships can't see it, they will never know to follow it. And leadership works the same way. You might be doing incredible work, and I'm sure that you are delivering results, leading teams, bringing in revenue. But if no one sees those contributions, you're going to struggle to get recognized, to get promoted, to negotiate your salary or your bonus, or even to get invited to the table where key decisions are being made. And let's be honest, we all know someone less qualified who got a better opportunity. And in large part, it could be because they were just better at being seen. And that's why today I wanted to dive into this topic of visibility. I think it is absolutely critical for career growth, and owning that leadership presence is super important, ladies. Okay. And it is 100% possible to do it without feeling like you're self-promoting or you're bragging. So there are three major reasons why visibility matters. It's important if you are looking at new opportunities or to get promoted, but it is equally important if you've just gotten a new job. First of all, it drives career growth and opportunities. People need to see your impact. The biggest career moves, promotions, roles, maybe they're starting a new department, invitations to key projects. That doesn't happen just because you are doing hard work. It happens because the right people know what you bring to the table. And that is the key. The right people, the people with an influence, the people who are making decisions, they know what you bring to the table. In the past, I took on a very challenging client, one that everyone in my company knew had a very difficult reputation. And when a major opportunity arose to work with her company on a very high-profile project, and she was leading it, I raised my hand. We worked closely together. We co-created something amazing, entirely new for her organization. And I raised my hand and wanted to work on the project because I understood the strategic implications that this project had for her. Her company had never attempted anything like this before. The pressure was immense. And I didn't know how, but I knew down the road that raising my hand to work on this project was going to open a door for me. So despite the challenges, we collaborated to make the project a huge success. Was she tough to work with? Yes, but the Results were there. The initiative brought in a significant amount of revenue for my company, and it pushed my company also to explore different innovative solutions. And because people knew how difficult she was and how much value she was actually bringing to the company, and that I was the one managing her, that positioned me as someone who could handle high stakes, high visibility projects, and hard clients. That visibility led to an even bigger opportunity, which was an invitation to speak at my company's global conference in front of 500 people. Being visible gave me that speaking opportunity. The second reason why visibility is important is because it will build your influence and your credibility. When you're visible in meetings or industry discussions, executive circles, people start seeing you as a trusted authority, somebody who has something to say, who has an opinion, who brings their opinion to the table, and that builds influence. If you want decision makers to see you as a leader, you need to show up and make your presence known. That speaking engagement that I told you about, that positioned me as someone who could deliver results, navigate complex political environments, and drive revenue for the company. And because of that, I stepped forward to join a highly strategic task force, and I was accepted. I was accepted because people already knew who I was. Standing on that stage in front of 500 people just skyrocketed my visibility. And people knew that I was capable also of getting results. And being part of that task force allowed me to shape a very powerful company initiative, connect with people who were influential, and help me put myself in rooms with the right people. 100% reinforced my credibility and opened even more doors to future opportunities. Yes, I spoke up and asked for what I wanted, but I was accepted because people knew who I was. And thirdly, visibility also puts you in control of your narrative, your personal brand narrative. If you don't shape your own professional reputation, somebody else is going to do that for you. And let's be real, sometimes that means being underestimated or overlooked or misinterpreted. But speaking up, advocating for yourself, ensuring that your contributions are recognized, that is going to put you in control of how others see you. I got to be known for managing big, visible, strategic projects with difficult clients. And that landed me a job offer. It actually landed me 2 job offers. So that's what I mean by you never know how things like this are going to pay off, but you are planting seeds. So how can you own your visibility? And how can you start building your strategic visibility in a way that feels natural and powerful, but without feeling forced or even braggy? And I completely get it. Okay, women, and I think all of the women that I work with, trying to think if there's any exceptions, it doesn't come natural to talk about ourselves. It doesn't come natural to talk about our accomplishments, but it is immensely important if you want to create the impact. And that's what it's about. It's about creating impact. So the first suggestion I have is up. And I can't say this enough, but out of sight, out of mind. That doesn't mean that you have to be in all the meetings or all the company events, but you need to be in some. Pick and choose where you spend your time. Global conference, retirement parties. Those are also where a lot of the senior executives go because they've been there for a while. They want to say goodbye to somebody who's been in the company. Industry events. Pick and choose, but at least go to some. Especially now, I find with a lot of people are doing home office, work from home. In my last job, there were people who never came to the office anymore. But it's basic human nature. If people don't see you, they forget about you. And they're not doing it on purpose. It's simply a fact of life. We all have 50 million things going on. And if somebody doesn't see you, they don't remember you. And that has a direct influence on the opportunities that you have and the impact that you can create. So in the how, show up. Not only show up, but speak up. Whether that's in meetings, whether that's in LinkedIn. Okay, I'm personally very active on LinkedIn, and I think it's important. And a lot of people don't like social media, and I get it, but it gives you a voice. There can also be industry events, but make sure you are finding forums so that your voice is heard. And you don't have to come with brilliant ideas every single time. Build on ideas of other people. Find nuggets in what they're saying. Expand on it. Challenge it constructively. However, there's one thing that I really want to draw your attention to. When you speak up, I cannot say this enough, do not complain. It is one of the biggest errors that I see women make, complaining. That will kill your career. I guarantee it. If there is a problem, completely normal. We are there to move the needle. But if there's a problem, state it and come with solutions. Please don't mix up visibility with being vocal about all the problems. You don't want to be visible for the wrong reasons. Being seen has to go hand in hand with bringing value and impacting your organization, impacting your team. So the worst thing that you can do is complain. Yes, there are hard situations, but if you see them as an opportunity to grow and learn, that is where you accelerate your growth. Coming back to my story earlier about that difficult client. When I was working on my visibility, I wasn't complaining about how difficult she was. Yes, I did mention it once in a while, but the focus was talking about despite that she is difficult, despite the problems, we were able to create impact. And I also suggest leveraging your network is the third how. Visibility, it's not just about you. It's also about who is amplifying your voice for you. Are you connecting with mentors, sponsors, allies who can help raise your profile? And personally, I love to be generous. I'm not always thinking, okay, who can help? I speak positively about other people and their contributions. I strongly believe that the universe always gives back. And when I am speaking positively, I'm showing gratitude. I'm showing that I'm constructive. I'm showing that I'm encouraging. And those are behaviors that people recognize and see. And finally, own your wins. You don't have to wait for other people to recognize your wins. You can share your successes and insights and what you've learned in ways that feel natural, whether it's presenting an idea, speaking at an event, or mentoring others. Find something that feels natural. So I want to give you a story here. I'm working with a client. We're working on her visibility because she knows that it's an issue, because she's in the senior leadership team and she feels she doesn't have a voice. And it's something for her that is extremely uncomfortable. So with her, we are starting with something she's passionate about. And one of the topics she's passionate about is how she manages her team. She has very little turnover. Her team has amazing results. They've managed to turn the department around in 2 years. And so when it comes to the strategies that we're working on with her, it's being visible around something she's passionate about, how she's bringing value to the team. And so she is going to go to the senior leadership in a specific forum and talk about how she's created little turnover, how engagement in her team is so high. Okay, that is a perfect example. She has taken a topic that she is passionate about and find a way that felt easy for her to talk about. If this is resonating with you, I would love to invite you to a live workshop that I am doing. It is on March 28th. If you want a clear strategy and want to deep dive into what we've talked about today, come to the workshop. It is a 90-minute live session where I'm going to walk you through what I call my visibility pyramid. So it is a simple 3-step approach to positioning yourself for opportunities. We are going to walk through also the 4C networking strategy, which is a method that you can use to connect with key decision makers without feeling icky and transactional. And you'll also come away with a personalized 30-day visibility plan that you can start implementing right away. I will link it in the show notes. Spots are limited. I hope to see you there. We're going to take what we've done today and talked about today and deep dive and make a plan for you and your specific situation so that it works for you. As a conclusion, visibility, it isn't about being the loudest person in the room. Yes, a lot of people do that, but they are not the ones getting the opportunities. It's about making sure that the right people hear you when it matters. So ask yourself, am I making it easy for people to see my value? And if not, let's change that. I would love to have you in the live workshop, link in comments. If you love this episode, also please share it with somebody else, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for tuning in. Bye, everyone.